Hello and welcome back to another episode of Riven, where I just looked at that one episode not too long ago where I actually looked at all the different symbols and colors and things. And apparently, I don't know, I must have lost a page of notes because I don't have that. But I looked at all of them and it sounded like I wrote things down. I can't find it though. But yeah. So, now that we know that this is the one on island number 1, this is green, I'm very sure that this is right. Okay. The one in the village is red. It's number 2, whatever. That doesn't really mean anything. This is the spot. I think I did that wrong last time. I think I put it here instead. It's here. Maybe I didn't do it wrong. It just feels like I put it wrong. Now, I wrote down this spot though. So let's hope I read the map right. The one on this, I'm not super sure about, but I think that one is orange because it looked like it was the vertically iron one. And the position is here, maybe? Yeah, I think that's right. In the L on the extra part, second from the top on the left side. Okay, and then we know that the one on the third island is the vertical line, which is the broken light, which is purple. But I'm not sure about the position. It might be here. But that's just my guess, or it might be the spot where the thing is, the hole in the thing. I don't know. Which is here. And that leaves 2 options for the 5th island, which we don't know anything about, so we have to guess. I think. We know the spot right here, we just don't know the color. Let's use blue. Let's see if that does anything. Oh yeah, it does. Okay, so I guessed right with blue. And I guess, I also moved the other one, so I guessed right twice. Amazing. Out of how many different options did I have there? 4? I got the right one. That's not that lucky, I guess. Okay, so now... Wait, what do I do now? Do I just go... I guess I do, right? (24, 22, 16, 6, 3. Still looks the same though. Oh, but it is working. This looks scary. Do I really want to go there? It's like mountains stacked on mountains. With a weird dish thing here. Is this the office that we are looking for? Might be. We're still in cutscene, I can't do anything. There we go. Guess we go there. Oh, that was not smart. Maybe. Yeah, that was very likely not smart because I'm in a cage now. And this is Gehn, I assume.
I apologize for the cage. I'm afraid this situation has often required of me a more primitive code of conduct than I might otherwise have chosen. I am Gehn. I assume you've heard of me. Yes. Well, I suspect you have acquired some false information of who I am now. Not that my son would have lied to you about me. No, not Atrus. It's just that Well, I'm sure he believes me to still be the depraved father I once was. Yes. I even tried to kill him once. God, if I had accomplished that, who knows what I would have become. A great father indeed, who tries to murder his own son. Thankfully, he trapped me on age 5, a prison of my own creation. No books, no precious inks, no ages to link to, nothing but my own foolish ambitions. That was 30 years ago. 30 years, 30 lifetimes, what does it matter? No sentence could be too harsh for the man I was. But I have changed.
Have you now?
To be sure, the deeds of my past can never be completely atoned for, but my mission was an honorable one. I'm sorry, this is all a bit awkward. It's been a long time since I've attempted to persuade anyone of my intentions. Most of the people here have already made their minds up about me one way or another. I myself do not trust the words of most men, so I don't expect you to believe me. In the end, though, you may discover that I do have more than mere words to offer. Atrus's choice of punishment has been hard on the people of Riven, and many have suffered because of it. The island has been steadily decaying for years, but according to my most recent measurements, it appears that the 5th age has entered its final days. Unless the villagers can be relocated soon, the island will collapse entirely and everyone will perish. It has taken me a long time to do it, but it appears that finally I'll be able to make some substantial amends to my past transgressions, especially in... Well, I'm afraid I've had some trouble with Catherine and the moiety. In any society, there will always be a small percentage of the population with rebellious tendencies. Before Catherine appeared, the moiety, as they call themselves, had been relatively harmless. I mean, the natives here are a fairly violent people by nature, but I'd almost come to accept their presence. It seemed inevitable under the circumstances. Upon Catherine's return, however, their violence intensified considerably. It seems she's become some sort of religious savior to them. And as far as I can tell, she's come to believe this herself. So I've had no alternative. I had to separate her from her people. I must admit, though, that my concerns were not entirely for her safety alone. The actions of Catherine and the moiety have put my own life at risk on numerous occasions. Consequently, the lives of all the people here. Therefore, I must ask you to refrain from any attempt to free her. Although I'm sure Atrus desires it. Indeed, he must desire it with all his heart. But he is completely unaware of her recent state. Which brings me to the point of all of this. The linking book you brought with you. You're very fortunate to have recovered it. If I may. Thank you.
He's not gonna do it, is he? No.
Perhaps it would be best if you went through first.
I'd rather not.
You may need some time to decide. That is reasonable. Until then, as a token of my good intentions, I will allow you free access to my linking books, crude though they may be, and to the rest of the Fifth Age. Please understand, there is nothing I want more than a chance to resolve matters between Atrus and myself, especially in light of what has become of Catherine. But unless you are willing to demonstrate to me that your intentions are honorable, I cannot risk it. The sanctuary I've been writing for the Islanders is nearly complete. After all these years, it would be a shame if I were unable to finish it.
Okay.
The work I am doing is quite demanding. Please don't signal me unless you've decided to use the book. The switch will reset itself once you link from here.
Okay. So I can't get out of here, right? I can only link away from here. That's the village island, right? Yeah, and that's the third island, the frog island. That's the first island. That's the fifth island. We've never been there. So I guess we go there. Open that last dome, maybe? I mean, it definitely makes sense to go there just because we haven't been there, I think. Okay. Yeah, there's something here. It's definitely worth it. We need to figure out a way to find the prison, open the cell. That's what we need to do. This almost looks like a prison tower. So maybe we've inadvertently stumbled upon something here. Okay, so 3 different sounds. Is this the prison cell? It might be. It might just be. So we have 3 different sounds. We have a ding, a very high ding sound. We have a I don't know, sound. Let's write that down. Perfect. And then we have this clank sound. Perfect. And then this just, it's like the, yeah, we enter the sequence and then we press this, presumably. Oh, but we can still move now? So the elevator still works. So then... Is this a cell? It looks like a cell. Will we meet Catherine?
You made it. But how'd you get past Gehn? He must really believe I've gone mad. I know what he's doing. He's watching you. He's waiting for you to make a mistake. He's hoping you'll lead him back to Dunny. You can't let Gehn... Atrus sent you to save me.
He did.
But if Gehn gets back to Dunny, he'll kill him. I think I know how to signal Atrus, but it's going to take both of us. You'll have to trap Gehn before you can get the combination. Be careful. Go then. If you won't help me, then I have nothing more to say.
Okay, so change of plans. I trap Gehn first. It's weird that Atrus is Atrus with the long vowel sound, and Gehn, who has the H, which makes me feel like it should be a long sound, is Gehn. But whatever. Also, I feel like Danny should be Danny and not Danny, because Danny just sounds like a guy named, or a girl named Danny. I don't know. I feel like Danny has much, you know, a much nicer ring to it. Why is this all like greenish yellow here? It's weird. Okay, so we need to trap Gehn. But how do we drop? How do we drop him? How do we trap him without trapping ourselves? What was the plan again? I mean, yeah, once again, our mission now is clear. I like that. We trap Gehn. And then we're good. We set Catherine free. It would all make sense. I mean, he told us not to bring him back unless we were going to read the book thing. Because if I go in the prison book, I'm gonna be in the prison book, and we can signal Atrus to come get us, and I'm gonna be just trapped in the book. So what's my plan here? What's my play? Maybe Gehn is just gonna be convinced by what Catherine did, sending me away. Let's just try, I guess. Got nothing to lose. And only one way out.
I'm relieved you've returned. I thought perhaps you had decided against it. Here, I shall follow you directly.
I can't do that, right?
Please. You're free to go. But I think you should not come back unless you're willing to use the book.
I don't know how I convince him. I need to convince him to go first, right? Or is there something I'm forgetting about the present book? I can't use the present book, right? I'm not sure. The last few days have left me little time to work out the remaining problems of sending someone else to Riven. If a way could be found to signal me once Gehn had been captured, it would no longer be necessary to take a real linking book to Riven and risk the possibility of inadvertently releasing Gehn. What can I do? I'm confused by this. Yeah, I don't know what to do. I mean, maybe I just call him back a bunch of times and he gets annoyed and that just goes, but that doesn't make sense. There has to be a logical way of solving this puzzle, right? But how? How do I make him go through? There's nothing I can do here other than link, right? Doesn't let me interact with anything. No. I'm not sure. Oh no, the thing is that he takes my place. Right, is that a thing? When you link through? I think I just clicked the book. Is that true? I'm not sure now. But that's the only thing I can do. Let's just go somewhere, it doesn't matter. Feels like I should have remembered that, but I feel like that's a thing, right?
All right then, once more.
he coming through? Or did I just lose the game? It worked. Sweet. What do we have here? A book. Which links nowhere. What do I need? I need the combination for the prison thing. Is it a bone? Looks like a bone. I'm not sure what I'm looking for. Let's just look around, I guess, before we get hung up on the details here. Can go down here. There's also this, which you can pour, which does. It opens the cage. Very good. Can we go outside? Does look like I can. Or maybe I can. Door's locked, really? That's disappointing. What's this? Oh, play the sound, wait. Okay. Not sure how that helps me, because it was different sounds. Maybe it doesn't help me. I don't think I want to shut this off, because this powers the books. Let's check down here instead.
Tagamem, san botegan shem. Fasi.
Who's that? And what is this even? Like, what are these weird recorded messages? I don't know. I don't know. This almost looks like something, but it's not. That's strange. Very nice portrait there, I guess. I said to Gehn, my husband, maybe, and my... I have no idea. I dedicate myself to you, maybe? I can't read that. It's so hard to read these things. But I guess that was his wife in that message, in the recorded message. I start this latest channel with astounding news. Catherine has returned to the 5th age. And though it sets my teeth on edge to say it, she has also vanished as quickly as she appeared, stolen from me by the rebels. As my guard tells it, she linked into the Fisher proto cage, as I'd guessed. Then suddenly he was set upon by a band of rebels who darted him and spirited her away. I suspect the truth of the matter was that he was so dumbfounded at actually witnessing someone link in after all this time that he presented an easy target for whichever rebel had happened by at that moment. The damnable luck of it. He did get a good enough look at her, though, to verify that it was indeed Catherine. He also claims that he inspected all of her belongings and found no linking book on her person, a fact which, if true, makes the question of why she's returned here all the more puzzling. But I'm sick with frustration at having lost the only I don't know that Cage has ever caught. I'm also filled with hope she may yet provide me with a way back to Danny. It is true that I have managed, despite overwhelming odds, to break free of the confines of the Fifth Age and resume my mission to save my culture from extinction. But I fear that unless I'm able to regain access to the vast resources that lie in the city's ruins, the task of reconstructing that great civilization will be impossible. If Catherine did bring a linking book with her, then I'm halfway there. If not, then she's trapped in the Fifth Age, and I can assume that my emotionally crippled son will soon be along to rescue her. Either way, it is crucial to my plans that I find her soon. Her presence here now forces me to take the rebels more seriously. I should never have permitted them to survive this long. Once again, the Great Vark has demonstrated its usefulness to me. This past week, the villages have been most difficult to manage. Apparently, they have learned of Catherine's arrival, and their fear of this mythic beast has been all that has kept them in line. Had I known how truly useful these prodigious creatures would prove to be, I would have perhaps captured more of them while the local population was still plentiful. Although, to be sure, if these disturbances continue, my current pets will be in no danger of perishing for lack of nourishment. Wow. The search for Catherine continues. I now deeply regret my mistake of having ever taught these primitive people anything at all about the books. It seems that with each passing day, I more slowly realize the extent to which they were not ready for that knowledge. Not even in the simplified manner in which I had presented it to them. Their minds, adapted only to the exceptionally menial tasks of village life, were incapable of comprehending the art in all its complexity, and thus were unable to extract the essential underlying principles that are, ironically, so elegantly simple. It is obvious that much of the discord that exists between us stems from their failure to grasp the full meaning of the information I gave them. If they'd been able to gain even the smallest glimpse of the future I'd planned for them, then this conflict would not exist. The minds of children are much more malleable. With the proper instruction, they have developed a more appropriate posture towards the culture that gave them their lives. At times they take to it almost as if they had a bit of Dani blood in them. Given the natives' inborn limitations, however, I'm quite careful that none gain a level of understanding that would permit them to sin against their future the way that Catherine did. How foolish I was to think that she could contain such knowledge responsibly when it was quite clear that my own son could not. Atrus, still he remains one of the greatest disappointments of my life. I should never have left him with my mother. By the time I'd returned for him, he had already been poisoned as to our thoughts of the Dani. Perhaps it was the only way that she could rationalize the fact that she had been responsible for the collapse of their civilization. So much destruction, so many great lives lost. The guilt must have been unbearable. I do have vague recollection of the love she had for my father and for our worlds, but ultimately she was an outsider, whose ignorance of the Dani became the catalyst of their demise. If I'm able to rebuild Arcartia and in the process correct such crucial weaknesses, then perhaps what she did was ultimately necessary in order that a new era of prosperity might someday come to pass. These last few weeks, I have found myself frequently beset by images from the past. As I stood in the schoolroom today, I was reminded of my own childhood, the years I spent in the Bookmaker's Guild, Father's immense pride at each of my small accomplishments there. He was an important man in the Dunny world. I can't bear to think of him for long. It's too much. I was too young to see such a thing. I've got her. Late last night I received word that Catherine was in the village attempting to persuade the people to join her. I lost 2 good men in the process, but I would have paid 100 times that number for such a prize. She's been taken to the prison island, where I've been attempting to gain some insight as to the reason for her presence here. I've had to fight the all but constant impulse to put her on the gallows. She has adopted the most infuriating stance of only answering my questions when she answers them at all in her native tongue. Even so, she is a poor liar. I'm now quite certain that her return to Riven was unintentional and that she brought no linking book with her. As far as her unwillingness to share with me the location of the moiety, we shall see. Without their leader, however, they are once again powerless against me. If Catherine's coming here was indeed an accident, then Atrus is bound to come for her. That is a given. The question I must now consider is, how will he do it? It is likely that his hesitation has been due, at least in part, to this dilemma. One way or another, though, he'll have to bring a linking book to get back to Dunny. There's no other way. It's late and I can't sleep. I've lost so much in my life. My people, my father, my son, and you, my wife, Keta. You are the only true kindness I've ever known. Watching you flicker there in the imager, I sometimes wonder if you were real. If I could restore your life with my pen, I would do so in an instant and leave the rest of the world to their own wretched fate. Damn these savages. I would be well advised to leave them all in the 5th age and begin again with a clear... what? Sheet of paper. Looked like shut, but it's too easy. A stranger has arrived on Riven with a linking book to Dunny, and once again my useless minion was overtaken by the rebels, from what little I could decipher from his muddled explanation. It apparently occurred sometime this morning. The cage has been damaged, but it is no matter. Everything I need is here now. Atrus is certainly behind this. Yet how could he be so foolish as to send someone here with a linking book? Such platancy is unlike him. Could it be that he has had a change of heart? After all these years, is he finally letting his poor old father go? No, he's only after one thing. Perhaps he should find her. For now, I need only to wait and observe. Okay. That's a combination, but it was too fast for me to comprehend. Let's do this again, I guess. Okay. I think it was 5 or 6 of them. Why is it so hard? It starts with the clank, right? I think it's clank, ding, trut, ding, trut. Let's try this again. Yeah. And then there's a number in there too, but I guess that's not relevant then. Because I can't really read it. It closes way too fast. Maybe I need that. I don't know. Who knows? Who knows anything at this point? Anything in the drawer? No. take a nap now, but I guess we shouldn't. Do we just end this game now? How long is the episode? Ugh, it's already long, but I feel like it's not enough for another one, unless there's lots of cutscenes. I'm torn, basically, is what I'm saying. We'll do it here, whatever. Always a good idea to have a long episode to end the series, right? Oh, I can't skip that. I tried too early in the night. Whatever. Oh, it automatically goes up. I don't need to pull the thing. Sweet. So Catherine's free. We go back to the telescope thing, I think. Signal Atrus through the starfisher thing, and then happy end, right? We did it all. I think so. Pretty sure.
We have to move quickly. Gehn's people may already know what's happening. Once we're back with the moiety, we'll have time to regroup. Can I see the book? You did it.
Of course I did.
We're all free.
Of course we are.
You captured Gehn.
Yes. Don't act so surprised.
But there's still his followers. I'm not sure what they'll do once they realize he's gone. I'll have to get the villagers to safety as soon as possible. You go back to the Temple Island and reopen the fissure. I know it's risky, but it's the only way to signal Atrus. I'll try to make it back there as soon as I can, but don't wait for me. Don't forget, the portal combination's in my journal. Good luck.
Where's she going? Saving the villagers, I guess? Can we go, please? I'm still cutscening, I think, because I can't move. Okay, now I can. I hit escape though, so... Wait, what? Who did that? Wow, first try. Are you impressed? You should be. I'm impressed. Oh yeah, and it's the right thing, of course it is, but yeah, it's blue. I kind of regret we never looked at Gehn in the book. Actually, could we have done that? I guess we can. Well, but maybe not, because then he would have been able to see us. I don't know. Who closed the cage? That's really weird. Doesn't do anything now, but okay. Temper Island. No. No. Which one is it? This one, right? Yes. Okay. Where do I need to go? I don't really need to go up here anymore, so let's just do this. No, go for the door. Why would I want to run into the bar? Go for the door. Okay, and now we need the combination for this, which is 1, 5, 4, 1, 2. No? That's what I have written down though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then a 4. Then a 1. And a 2. Oh, I just needed to click the thing. Okay. And then what? Pretty cool. Oh, I can't go higher. I need to go lower, right? Do I need this thing to be engaged? I'm not sure. Let's leave it there though. Looking at lots of stars. Sweet. I'm not sure what I'm doing here though. Maybe this actually needs to be not here. Oops. I broke it, I think. Maybe I should move. It feels like I should move. Atrus, there you are. Old friend. Or, well, I mean, acquaintance, I guess.
There isn't much time. Where's Catherine? Where's the book?
Atrus!
I don't know.
There. They are both.
The villagers are safely in the Rebel Age. I thank you.
As do I. You've accomplished more than I could have hoped for. You've given me back my life. The path home is now clear for all of us.
But where is my home? Where am I from? I fell for the starfisher thing originally, so... What, just stay in Dani with those guys, or...?
This is where our paths must part. Perhaps we'll meet again someday. You know where to find me. Goodbye, my friend.
Stopping the book again. That feels kind of ungrateful. Like, I save his wife and trap his murderous father, and then it's just like, goodbye. See you, maybe. But okay. I guess it does make sense. Navifor.
Now I understand. Endings and beginnings are within the fissure. That riven cleft of stars that access both a wall and a bridge. And though I am unable to understand how, the very flow of stars that brought my Myst book into worthy hands, I am sure served as a safe passage home for my friend. The age of Riven is closed forever, but the people of Riven are free. And now I am at rest, understanding that in books and ages and life, the ending can never truly be written.
What a very good game that was. Might be even better than Myst. think I really enjoyed this more than Myst, to be honest. I feel like the puzzles were more engaging and harder. Everything seemed to be much more big picture. Everything seemed much more connected. And Myst was a very good game, and it was the first of its kind and all of that, so, you know, I'm not, you know... I don't want to say anything bad about it, but yeah. This was better. Very, very good sequel. Also good performances, R&R. Voice acting and otherwise. And to be honest, if you told me that, you know, there's a game, it's old, and they have like actual actors in their game, like green screened in, I would have assumed that that looks terrible, but it doesn't. It actually looks pretty good. I don't know. Yeah, I'm presently surprised by how much I've enjoyed this game. I really enjoyed Myst, and I enjoyed this even more. I don't know what's next. Because, yeah, there are 2 Myst games. Let me check that, actually. I keep forgetting which one is which one. That aren't, or weren't made by Cyan. They were made by Ubisoft or whatever. Someone else made them for Ubisoft. So Ubisoft has the licenses, the rights to them, and they never republish them, so there's no way to play them or get them even. So let me check which game is next. Oh, it's just quit at the end of the credits, I guess. Yeah, oh, well, okay. There's no menu, I guess that makes sense. Alright, so we'll talk over a black screen for a bit. Games. So yeah, Myst was first, then was Riven. Then in 2001, they released Myst 3 Exile, but that was developed by Presto Studios, published by Ubisoft. So that I can't play. Then next is Uru, I don't know, Ages Beyond Myst. That was by Cyan, so that's gonna be what I play next, I guess. Then after that was Myst 4 Revelation, also by Ubisoft, which I'm not gonna be able to play. And then after that, Myst 5 End of Ages. So next is Uru Ages Beyond Myst. Yeah, I think that's... I don't know if that runs. I have not checked if I can make that run. Like, all of this is if I can make them run. Which I just might not be able to. Like, I could not get Riven to run natively. I had to use ScummVM. And these newer games probably don't run through a VM like that. So they either work or they don't. We'll have to wait and see if they run on modern hardware well enough. Like, I wouldn't mind like an occasional crash or something, but it's like if it's like something game breaking, if I can't save or if it crashes constantly, then I might have to skip a game in the series. I'm sure you understand, because I really don't have a good way of, like, I don't know, going back to like an older. Yeah, I don't know. There's no way I could make anything work. And actually, the game I have here in my Steam library is not called Uru Ages Beyond Myst, it's called Uru Complete Chronicles. So it's not... It is then probably a re-release or something. Let's check the store page. I just bought this bundle. I don't know what I'm doing here. It's a special collection. It contains more Uru than ever before. Okay, so it's like an expanded... And this has like a third-person camera view. It's going to be a very weird transition from this, like, just flat, you know, first-person art thing. You have like an actual avatar in the world. And this was released in 2004. Okay. So, you know, we're closing in on like modern games a little bit. So Windows 7 is unofficially supported, but we're running Windows 10 here, so we'll see if it works with R. It seems like it's a very long game, comparatively speaking. But I don't know. The plan is still to do it next. All right, and then after that, there's Myst 5, which you can also check. Has mixed reviews, maybe not that great. Who knows? Released in 2012, so it's probably still gonna look old, but not super old, and it should probably run. We'll see. But yeah, I guess that's it for Riven. I don't think there's anything we missed. Maybe there's something we missed in that one room on the first island there. That weird cage thing that we could sit in and then it would buzz a bit but not do anything. Maybe I missed something there, but I think I did everything else. I really enjoyed how the puzzles sort of were designed in a way where you could you'd stumble through the first few steps and, you know, see that there's more to it, but then not just get stuck, but get stuck in a way where you realize that you're just missing pieces, so you have to go somewhere else and come back later, which is how I like to play puzzle games anyway. If I get, you know, if I don't feel like I'm making progress, I just want to go elsewhere and do something else for a while, and I think that this game did that very well, and I really enjoyed it. This episode is super long, so let's just end it here. Looking forward to the next two, even though they might not be as good. I'm prepared for that though. But those two, Myst and Riven, both really, really good games, masterpieces, definitely. Considering how old they are too, very impressive games. So yeah, that's it. I hope you don't mind the weird black screen at the end, but it just, I mean, I don't know, I thought the credits were longer, or that it would throw us back to the start up menu screen thing where it's like load game. But it isn't, it didn't do that, whatever. It's fine, I hope. That's it. I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you with Uru sometime in the near future. Bye bye.